because the only touchdown Aaron Rodgers got today was when that plane touched down in New Orleans. He looked terrible.
Welcome everybody to Spikes and Heels. I'm Sabrina.
And I'm Gwen.
And we want to start off by welcoming all of our new subscribers that came to us from comedian Anna Douglas, who did a wonderful commercial for us. So many ladies said, you know what, I'm going to subscribe, and you did. We see you. And we just want to say thank you for coming along the ride with us. And we hope you enjoyed today's show.
So, Beanie, because we have so many new subscribers, let's just give a brief introduction to our new subscribers.
Okay, we started this channel. I called my cousin one day just to talk about nothing. And at the end of the conversation, I threw in, hey, I'm starting this YouTube channel about football. I'm excited. This is something I want to do. And she was like, Sabrina, I've always wanted to do this. Why didn't you tell me? I already think I have a good name. Let's do it together. And so she gave the name Spikes and Heels, and I was like, I love it. I was going to do it by myself, but it's better together. And here we are. We are, Gwen and I are cousins. We didn't tell you that.
First cousins.
And so we grew up watching football together as kids with our family. And here we are today.
Well, we do have a little of a change. We went to purchase the NFL ticket and realized that you have to have DirecTV. It had all these stipulations. You couldn't use it past this time. So, because I have Game Pass, I said to Sabrina, we could offer NFL Game Pass. So we still have a drawing. It's going to be NFL Game Pass instead of Direct Ticket TV. So if you have any concerns, this was something that we thought over. We looked at what we could and couldn't do, and it's just impossible because in order to offer the NFL ticket, you have to have Direct TV. You have to have, in certain cable subscribers, at least in the, I know in DC alone, RCN doesn't have it. And if you don't have cable, it'd be hard to do. So it's just better that we just switch to Game Pass. Everybody can get that. And you can see all the touchdown things and all the scores, and you can also rewind. So our apologies. I went to go look to start moving the money, moving the things around, and it's just a hard knot. It's a hard stop. Sorry.
Yeah, and so we're still doing the contest. Long story short, it's just that whoever wins will get the Game
Pass
instead of NFL Sunday.
Delighted and happy to have all the new subscribers. We hope we give you exactly what you need. Please, if you are new to football, Sabrina did a great job of separating the tutorials from our regular episodes. So please go on and pick the playlist and go all the way down all the tutorials. There are 11 in total, and it'll just help you get started. So when you look at next weekend, you'll have a little bit more information. Just welcome. So happy to have you. Let's get right into it, Sabrina. For me, the game of the week this week was the Browns and the Chiefs.
Absolutely.
And as you know, I picked an upset for the Browns to win.
Yes.
Almost did it. I was a little off this week. I'm going to be honest.
No, I was too.
You can hear them say on any given Sunday. Yes. Because you think this team on paper is set up to win and to monkey stomp some of these teams, and it never happens the way. And it's always an upset, but usually not the one that you predict. So I thought, wouldn't it be the greatest upset for this week, because the Browns had acquired a lot of pieces. And I thought they're going to be, if they almost went to the ship last year with the pieces they acquired, they would definitely be able to handle the Chiefs today, and they just couldn't hang in there. They ran out of steam at the end.
The Browns had the lead. They were like rolling. I was like, go ahead, Browns, you're going to do this. Because I wanted the Browns to win. I just didn't think that they would.
Exactly.
Happy when they were leading, but they just blew the lead. And it started with Chubb fumbling the football. The running back was running with the ball. He fumbled it, and the other team picked it up. And that swung the momentum to the other team, to the Chiefs. And then also there was some sort of a failed punt that the Browns had as well. And
it went the other way. So he tried to pick it up and run, and didn't work at all.
So two failed plays kind of turned the Browns' fate. And you can't play with the Chiefs like that. The Chiefs have too many weapons, and they're too good. If you had the lead on them, you got to keep your foot.
You have to pound it on them.
They didn't.
They didn't. So the Browns lost.
Yeah, but I think that the Browns are showing everybody that they are contenders. They're showing everybody that they are a force to be reckoned with. For those who don't know, the Cleveland Browns were like the laughing stock of the league for decades. Like people would talk bad about them. Their fans would wear bags on their heads at the games, and they are not that same team anymore. So I really applaud the Browns for how they played, and I think they have the potential to really go far this year.
I'm ready to put a bag on my head. Next.
We'll talk about that.
So my favorite game of the week was Thursday night when Tampa Bay Bucs hosted the Dallas Cowboys. And of course, we all got that one right. Thank God.
Right.
So, but honestly, they didn't look that bad. The Cowboys look like 1 or 2 more games and they're going to be in a rhythm.
Yeah.
So, because they handled them Bucs for the most part. And most people could or would say that they lost that game on a bad call.
So let's talk about that call. In the fourth quarter of the Cowboys and the Bucs game, the Bucs had the ball. Tom Brady threw the ball to one of the Bucs receivers. The Bucs receiver pushed
off
on the Cowboys player, which you can do for the first 5 yards. If they're running, once they get past 5 yards, they're not supposed to push off on each other, and the Bucs player definitely did. Now, some people say the Cowboys player flopped and tried to make it seem like he really pushed him real hard, and so the refs didn't fall for it. He was not supposed to push off, and that should have been a penalty on the Bucs, which would have negated the big play that they had, and they ultimately won the game. I think that, sad to say, the Cowboys got a raw deal on that play, and I think that swung the game away from their favor.
They're going to be all right. That happens to everybody.
Yeah, believe me, I'm not mad about it. You know what I mean? But
we have we have to call it right. In my eyes, he pushed off as well.
Yeah.
But, oh, well, I'm glad I'm not the ref. So, touche.
Right. The Cowboys did lose that game. It was a good game.
It was a good game. I was like, this not Zach looking like he played all last year.
Yeah, Dak was ready. I was like, okay, because I thought he was going to
look like he played already. Zeke kind of still where he was last, he didn't have no big, breakout, but I'm like, Dak looked great. And Lamb and Coop, we're gonna have to get nothing, but we're gonna talk later, but
yeah. And it's funny because I thought that we was having this debate about whether Zeke was going to have a good year. And in that game, Zeke looked bad. I thought he was going to have a big comeback year. You were like, no, Sabrina, he got that money. He's not going to play right. Zeke did not look right.
It's in some of their characters. Once they get that money, they stop trying. Like that hard work that they put in. Mm-hmm. The minute he got that money, he came back. He looked out of shape to me. That's all I'm going to say. He doesn't look as cut or refined as he did before he got that big contract. So we'll see. Hopefully he'll get it. Hopefully he'll get it together, but I don't want him to get it together right now.
You don't want the Cowboys to do
exactly. No.
So put down in the comments, are you the type of person where, like, if you were to get a big payday, do you feel like now I have to play even better to prove that I was worth the payday? Or are you like, no, I'm good, I can relax? Like,
I've arrived.
Right.
This is my ultimate to get this money. So yeah, that's a good one.
So anyway,
next Cowboys game. Lost. Yeah, Cowboys lost. I owe a huge apology to my favorite co-host because I jumped all over her when she made this prediction and made her feel some type of way. So I apologize to the queen because she got this one right. Because the only touchdown Aaron Rodgers got today was when that plane touched down in New Orleans. He looked terrible. What is going on?
A hot mess.
I didn't even know. And we both was like, why did the Saints pick up Jameis? Because he da-da-da-da-da. Good God Almighty.
Listen.
I didn't predict that. Sabrina, in my wildest dream, I didn't think they would play that horrible. But Beanie called this one. She got it right. Saints clobber, monkey stomped the Packers.
38-3. So if you're not familiar with the Packers, their coach, their quarterback is Aaron Rodgers, who
discount double check
all the State Farm or whoever commercials. You've seen him all over TV. He's hosted Jeopardy for a week or two. You know his face if you don't know all of the details. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame. Well-known, great quarterback. He played like hot garbage today. My question is, I hope he's not doing this on purpose. I don't think he was.
No, he was off.
He was just
And
off.
everybody's entitled to a bad game, but not starting the year like this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So he was just off. Sabrina, you called that one. So we'll see, but
So
man, I ain't never seen him play that horrible.
Yeah, and
never.
Aaron Rodgers, if you don't know this as well, Aaron Rodgers and the Packers had a rift, you know, the whole offseason or whatever, and it was questionable whether he was going to actually play this season. So he came in.
I guess he decided not to.
Yeah, so he came.
Good God Almighty, that's my man. Discount double check. But I can't claim him. This girl, no. He looked tough. I was like, you can't give me one. You can't give me one.
Interceptions and no touchdowns. He had a horrible day. On the flip side, Jameis Winston, the quarterback of the Saints, had 5 touchdowns.
Are you feeling better about Jameis, Sabrina? Because you weren't feeling him.
So
you just think earning them plays so bad. I'm telling you, Jameis has it in him to have a 5,000 yard year. He just got to keep those interceptions in check.
Well, he kept them in check today. He had no interceptions, 5 touchdowns.
Because the Packers defense, the Packers were still on the plane, like I said.
Mm-hmm.
But you good night, I rain.
Say the only touchdown
he got was when that plane touchdown in New Orleans. Because that dude looked horrible. So now I want to talk about, because I called this one right.
Yeah, and I was wrong on this one.
Arizona, I'm telling you, Beanie, Arizona picked up some key pieces. They got Hopkins, they got JJ now. So long story short, they blew them out, 38-13, I think the score was.
Yeah.
Murray had a touchdown he ran for. The defense had 3. I stopped counting the sacks at 3. They had 3 takeaways. Tannehill played okay. He had a couple of mishaps too, but the defense from Arizona was on point.
Yeah, okay.
Points. They shut him down. They was all over him, Sabrina.
So talk about Chandler Jones had 5 sacks by his.
Exactly. I just said I stopped counting at 3.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The defense was suffocating.
Yeah.
And Murray looked awesome. And the fact that Hopkins is with them now, he caught a touchdown. Kerr had 2. I told y'all last week, this was my team to watch because the people they acquired in the offseason was going to make them better. Now, I can't get all up on the soapbox because it was the Titans.
Right.
And they kind of did keep Henry in check.
Right.
But we'll see when they play, a playoff team, how they look. But this is my team to watch.
Yeah, Arizona might be that sleeper team. They might be that sleeper team where it's like, oh, okay.
I'm calling it now.
No, you already
called it last week.
You already called it.
I know. So yeah, that happened the way I needed it to happen. So next game was number 1 draft pick Trevor Lawrence versus the Texans, Houston Texans. So Tyler Taylor, isn't that his name? Tyrod Taylor. Man, Sabrina called this one because I ain't see this hot coming. When I tell you that boy was on point, they look good. The story of the day tomorrow paper ain't gonna be about Deshaun. It's gonna be how well Tyrod played.
Yeah,
he was good, and I'm telling you, he had like 291 yards. Mm-hmm. He had 2 touchdowns. Mm-hmm. He ran for 40 yards. Like I was thoroughly impressed when I watched him play. I didn't even know anything about him. Only watched because I wanted to see would they miss Deshaun.
Right.
So right now, I say Texans 1, Deshaun 0.
Boom, there it is. That's the score.
Yes.
And Trevor Lawrence, he didn't have a bad,
he looked like a rookie.
Yeah, and it's funny.
He threw like 3 interceptions, didn't he?
Yep, and
he had 2. He made like 21. He threw like 50-some passes. He made 28. That's a lot of passing. If you ask me, you have to run the ball. You have to have a good balance. And then he throw like 3 interceptions.
Yeah, he had 3 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. So
that canceled each other out.
Right. He's so used to winning at the high school level, at the college level. He don't lose in the regular season. This is a foreign thing for him. So being with the Jaguars,
he's gonna learn quick.
He might have to get used to losing.
Exactly. Until they put some pieces around him.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, but I wasn't impressed, or I wasn't. He was a rookie, so that's what you expected. Yep. But I was thoroughly impressed by the way Tyrod played. So that was a good one.
Yeah. All right, so next up, we're going to talk about the game that I thought really would be the game of the week, or the second biggest game of the week, the Steelers versus the Bills. The Bills went to the AFC Championship game last year, so everybody is picking them, including me, this year, and Gwen, to maybe go to the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
So the Bills came out, they was up 10-0. We was like, okay, here we go. And Pittsburgh said, hold up. We ain't.
Oh, Big Ben. Big Ben had a recall about his infamous days when he first got into the league, because he started playing
in Pittsburgh, and TJ Watt, who just got that huge contract, came up. TJ had 2 sacks and he had a forced fumble or something like that. So TJ said, I just got this contract. Let me
show y'all.
Right. They started revving it up, and the Steelers came back and beat the Bills 23-16. Yeah, 23-16.
So we saved the most ridiculous for last. The Washington football team lost to the LA Chargers. I got one word: defense.
Okay.
I'm not going to blame the front line. I ain't going to blame the linebackers. I ain't going to blame the secondary. They all played a part in this.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Let me tell you my conspiracy theory, because I'm one of those conspiracy theory people.
Okay.
Remember your boy Sheriff?
Yes.
What did they do to him again? They franchise tagged him because he wanted some more money. I told Sabrina, this dude not going to play.
Yeah.
He get down, he do something, they make a call, set us back. We could have scored, got a touchdown or something. Turned the whole feeling around, we lose the game. So I'm going to lay this at the feet of the defense and Brian Sheriff.
Oh, hold it. You forgot a huge person to lay it.
Oh.
Antonio Gibson fumbled on the 5-yard line and gave the Chargers the ball at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, you're right.
Score at the 5-yard line.
Who can't? I could have walked it in from the 5-yard line.
Our defense got a turnover in our favor. We were cheering everybody. The momentum was totally in our favor.
Sabrina, they look like they haven't played all preseason. They look like they haven't been together a while. They look like they still need 1,000 more pieces.
Yeah.
Okay. And even Apke missed 2 blocks. That's what I'm saying. Like, I was going to look up number 30. It's down the field or laying under the person or laying under his own man. You both to tackle the dude on the opposing team.
Yeah. We already did our secondary.
Maybe it wasn't Apke, because I was like, 30 is Apke number, right? So I was like, okay. But Sabrina.
So for me, it was Antonio Gibson. That fumble turned the game around completely. And I felt so bad for him, because of course nobody wants to do that. But the fact of the matter is he did what he did. Also, Hopkins, the kicker, he struggled in the preseason. Why is he still there? Why is he still there?
I think he's still there, Sabrina, because they were saying the long snapper was not setting the ball right.
Well, he must didn't set it right again today, because he missed the field goal. The game was too close. My thing is this.
But we lost by more than 3.
It was 4 points. But my point is this: your one job is to kick the ball. It better go through them uprights.
I'm with you, sister. But I'm just saying, Sabrina, I'm nervous. This is why I told you last week I ain't talking no trash. I ain't doing nothing, because they don't look right, and everybody look like they weeks ahead, but they don't look as jailed as the other teams that I saw today in our division.
What bothered me was LA went down the field with ease. It was crisp.
Ease.
Herbert was throwing that ball. It was like they was on a well-oiled machine week 1.
They looked like they was giving a football tutorial on how to score 8 touchdowns on anybody.
And then LA was converting 3rd downs, like 3rd and 16.
Sabrina, that dude was that quarterback was, what's his name? Herbert. He was back there making pies, passing out Girl Scout cookies. He had so much time to throw. One time I jumped up and almost went through my ceiling. I know it was over 10 seconds.
And I kept having too much time. Get him?
He can find me with as much time as he had. I'm gonna get open on one of them. No joke. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. I don't understand. We look so much better last year. In my mind, we should be at least able to stop them. And I keep telling y'all, once they get past them first 4, we in trouble. Now I don't know, man.
Now let's talk about this. This is huge. We didn't talk about this. as you call him, what you call Fitzpatrick? Over.
Oh, granddaddy. I told y'all that dude gonna take one. Didn't I tell you to put some skates on that dude? Because when them defense get after them, he was gonna go down. Who knew it was gonna be the first game?
Gwen called this one. I just, honest to goodness, I don't even think she thought.
I knew he wasn't gonna make the season because he was old, but I didn't think it was gonna be the first game.
The first game. The first
game. And the dude didn't even look like he didn't look like he fell on him. They follow each other all the time. How your whole hip get so I'm like, come on. He didn't even. So here come my boy Six Pack. Now my auntie called them cores. Then my uncle called him Miller Lite. But here comes Six Pack. But I feel like they need to just keep him in there till they get it going. But this happened. My wish came true quick. Yeah. Everybody get on my prayer line because God answering prayers.
I mean, and I think so many fans wanted Heinicke to have the job since the end of last season. Like, why did you bring Fitzpatrick in?
Exactly.
So now Heinicke has the job for, we don't know how long because we don't know how bad the injury is to Fitzpatrick. But here comes.
Fitzpatrick wasn't doing another little bit of time he was in it.
Wasn't. And to be fair, you got to give him time. But
I ain't giving them nothing.
Heinicke,
you got 12, $14 million. You've been in the league how many years?
Forever.
You've been with how many teams?
All of them.
You can start off better than this. So this was a Fish tragic moment. I told y'all gonna have more Fish tragic than Fish magic.
Yeah.
We already done started on Fish tragic the first week. So we need to all rally behind Six Pack.
Yeah.
And get our team motivated. But that defense didn't look like number 3 defense in the NFL.
That secondary was terrible.
Hoes, they was just saying me over here. How the man get that far away from the defender? How they get like,
wide open? Times they was wide open over there.
How you get 10 yard space on the defender, an NFL defender?
Right. They're playing too far off. They need to play him tighter. I don't know.
I would take more pass interference calls, because they trying harder than to let these dudes catch balls all up and down the field on them. Mm-hmm. So my fantasy football people, the ones that's in the fantasy, I got a huge inside scoop for y'all. So the ones that's playing, that change out the players every week, always look at who we playing and pick the opposing tight end for the other team. Because we can't handle tight ends. Our defense is just not set up for that. So look at who we're playing, and whoever that tight end is that's going to be playing against us, pick them up as your tight end.
Wow. That's
you can't handle tight ends. Them linebackers can't even tie. Them linebackers can't bring down the running back, let alone them big tight ends. And I felt like they was moving in the right direction, but the defense just kept, it's like the offense kept coming and then kept coming, and then the defense sputtered out. Now we can say the front four didn't do their part, but I saw Chase, I saw Montez. They're not gonna ever always get it right. Sweat knocked down a couple of passes, and Chase was almost there. It's just that this young boy could move. We, like my uncle said last week, we don't do well with mobile quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm. So we talked about Washington. We talked about Dallas. We both lost. The other 2 NFC East teams are the Giants and the Eagles. The Giants also lost, so all of us are 0-1. The team that did win are the Philadelphia Eagles, and they won handily, as Gwen would call another monkey stomp. They beat the Atlanta Falcons 38-3, something like that. What was it? 30, something like that. It was bad. And so the Philadelphia Eagles are atop of the NFC East after 1 week, which is not what we want. But Gwen and I said them Eagles, something about them, and Jalen Hurts, we don't know. We don't like this, but so far it's gone kind of like we thought. So now we're going to pick our games for this next coming week, week 2 of the season. And we're going to pick 6 of the games there. We're not going to do all of them. It'll take all night. So we're going to do 6 this week. And the first game of week 2 is the Washington football team, our team, versus the New York Giants here in Maryland, in DC.
The only reason why I'm going to say us, because it's at home.
Well, so that's what I thought with the Chargers. And then look at that.
But I feel like and it's a short week. I feel like it's national TV. We don't have a great record on national TV, but I have to go with my home team.
Yeah, I have to go with us too. So we're going to both pick Washington. Okay. Next, we're going to do Las Vegas Raiders at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, as we're taping this, the Raiders have not yet played their first game of the season. They play on Monday night, September the 13th, and we're taping this on September the 12th, late at night. So we don't know how the Raiders are going to look. But for week 2, we are going to call the Raiders and the Steelers game. It's in Pittsburgh. Who do you pick? Steelers, yeah. I mean, after what they did today, it's in Pittsburgh,
Yeah,
their
it's
first
in
home
Pittsburgh,
opener.
too. Yes, it's gonna be. Yeah, you know how Steeler Nation gonna show out.
Them towels gonna be waving and flying.
Yeah.
So yeah, we both picked Pittsburgh. All right, next we're gonna do the Dallas Cowboys at the LA Chargers in LA, and LA is a team that just beat Washington. I don't know how to call that.
You know how to call this?
No.
Are they playing the devil? Do you root for the opposing team?
No, wait a minute. We're not talking about who we want.
Sabrina, I could kiss against my religion. I'm go Chargers.
We're not talking about who we want to win. We're talking about who we think is going to win.
I'm gonna always get this wrong.
Okay.
I ain't gonna need to spend no time going over no analytics, all of that, none of that stuff.
So the LA moved the ball real well today. That was good.
Yes.
Dallas looked crisp when they played.
Dallas look good. They probably gonna win, but it's against my religion. So Chargers. Okay. Go Chargers.
Come on, Chargers. You know we don't want the Cowboys to win, but I don't know.
Go Chargers.
They
probably gonna lose, but I take this L any day.
Right.
Might surprise me and get a win like I did on Thursday.
Chargers. Okay.
Go Chargers.
All right. So look at your face. So now we have we're gonna pick this game because it's the Super Bowl champions. We can't not call their game.
Exactly.
So with the Atlanta Falcons at Tampa Bay in Tampa Bay. Yeah, that's a no-brainer. Yeah,
that's about
Tampa Bay. Okay, so now
but those divisional games, they do play each other tight sometimes.
Sure, we haven't disagreed yet. Okay, it's only 2 games left. Let's see if we're going to
find one. Here you go. Watch this one.
Houston Texans at Cleveland Browns in Cleveland.
Good night.
I got to pick the Browns in Cleveland.
And all right, you're right. This may be, but
what's your pick?
I'm hurting because I want to say the Texans, but I don't want to say it. I feel like they played well against the Jaguars, but the Jaguars, not the Browns. The Browns gonna get them.
Yeah, I thought the Browns. It's their home opener too. I think
they're gonna get them. Yeah.
Dang, we only got 1 game left.
Let's go, boo.
All right, the Kansas City Chiefs at the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, I don't know about this. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus.
I don't know.
I can't not go against him, even though I keep setting my homes up to lose.
Who are you picking?
The Ravens.
I'm picking the Ravens too. Dang. So we picked the same teams all the way down the line, but that KC Baltimore game can go either way. That's
the game of the week next week.
Absolutely.
The Bills, the Chiefs, or the Ravens going to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl next year. I just don't know who. No, pick the Bills, but it's going to be between those 3.
What about the Steelers? No.
Okay. They're going to run out of gas. They got to win their division, and I don't think they're going to.
Who do you think is going to?
The Ravens. So we're going to call this a football topic because it ain't really a hot topic because it's been brewing for a couple of years.
Yeah.
But I thought we, as football, the Washington football team nation, we could talk about it a little bit. But here it goes. Your Clinton Portis is going to be the star going to visit the homies because he about to do some time.
So for those who don't know, Clinton Portis was a running back here in Washington who played for many years here. He finished his career here. And apparently he was taking part with 2 other players or former players in a healthcare scam or something. And they done got found out and they about to sentence the 3 of them. I want to say not at the same time, they each have different dates, but early next year, they're going to all be sentenced for this healthcare scam that they got into. And here's my thing. Clinton Portis made about $43 million or something like that, I read, over his 9 or 10-year career. Why are you taking part in a healthcare scam? That means you did not do your money right. You probably went bankrupt or something. And now you're trying to do this shiesty stuff to make money, and you done got caught, and now you could go to jail.
Sabrina, I personally know 3 people that played in the NFL. I know one person that played in the 80s, the 90s, and in the most recent, the 2010 era. They give them personal mandatory. Rookies have to take an accounting class, and they have to give them financial advisors to set their money up based on what they have. Now, your rookie contract is not a lot of money. Everyone knows this. We know anything over $1 million, they take half for taxes. And also in the NFL now, you have to pay taxes in the state of all your away games. But that still leaves you a lot of money. So let's just say half of his money was gone. Let's do more than half. Let's say out of 40 million, he lost 25 million. You know what I'm saying? Still got 15. How do you lose 15 million? Bad investments, greedy family members, or just you spending crazy? So you get with 2 other players. I hope it was Santana Moss, because they was real tight.
No, it was Tamarick Vanover, who I remember as a kick returner for the Chiefs.
I don't remember nothing.
Oh, I remember him. And there was some guy that I don't remember.
Yeah, but he get with these 3 people, and they come up with this scheme, the fraud and welfare, selling fake wheelchairs for something. What in the world possesses you to think you're going to get away with it? So they've been coming after him for a couple of years, but his money kept the government at bay.
Right.
If he had enough to pay for a good lawyer, you know what I'm saying? But now that all the debts have settled, they have actually counted the money. You stole this amount of money. Anything over a certain amount, you're going to do time. This is why I say he's definitely going to get a sentence. If he doesn't, he got lucky. Because
I think because of his connections and who he is, he's going to be able to buy his way out and do community service or something.
They need to make an example out of him. I'm sorry. I don't. If you were coming up hard, you were hungry, you were destitute, all those things, I could maybe not agree with you doing crime, but I can understand how you can be pushed that way.
All into it, right?
All that stuff. This Bama was a millionaire. Not our fault he plundered it. He don't have it no more. So you won't get it up quick again, and you're gonna go do something illegal? No. They need to be made example of. Dang. I'm sorry. Because if the brother that stick a gun up and steal somebody for $1 and go to jail, just because you done stole millions and you didn't use a weapon, don't give you an easy pass. This goes under, to me, white collar crime. I'm sorry. Right. I'm sorry you squander all your money, but you can't resort to fraud in the government. That's our money. You don't stole from us. You get what I'm saying? That's our money. People say the government. No, we are the government. That's our money.
Yeah.
That money could have went to inner city programs. They cutting out all these programs, but yeah, you gonna sit there and steal from Medicaid. I'm sorry. I hope I'm not being too hard. I hope I'm not offending anyone, but right is right and wrong is wrong. In my opinion, they should at least do 6 months so they won't do it again. Because I feel like slapped on the hand is not a big enough warning. Pay all that money back you stole, community service, and they should at least do 6 months. I wouldn't care what color they were, what religion they were. That does not matter to me. Right is right and wrong is wrong.
You preaching, girl. You would pass this.
And let the church say amen.
Amen. And we want to pretty much close off today's show we talked about our girl, Maia Chaka. Now, she is the first Black NFL female official in the league. And she did her first game today, the Panthers and the Jets. And so, Maia, we just want to say, we talked about you before. You did your first game today. You made history.
That was the worst game of the week. They would give her thank you. They gave her a chance, but it'd be nice to see her on some nationally televised game. Ain't nobody watching the Panthers and the Jets. Their own fan base ain't watching them. But I get it. Congratulations, Maia. But I can't wait to see my girl on Monday night or Thursday night or Sunday night football.
Okay, let's put it like this. Everybody got to work their way up.
I get it.
She can't start off doing the big.
I get it.
She got to prove herself. But we're glad that she's getting the opportunity.
Okay, don't get me wrong. Yes, you know me. I gotta always come. You know, I'm passing this. But yeah, I hope she get a better. Yeah, but Congratulations.
She'll get better games.
Yeah, congratulations. This is why I was so anxious to have my uncle on, because the dude knows what he's talking about. My Uncle Bobby, our Uncle Bobby guest host last week, and it was a great time.
Mhm.
All except that app key explanation.
Yeah,
Still
no.
not buying that one.
No.
Get the glasses for that one again. So he mentioned that Cam would be a huge distraction. That's why he think that why we shouldn't acquire him. Because my thing was, if he's available and our quarterbacks are like Heineke is untested, Fitztragic is over the hill, I thought it would be a good idea if they went at Cam. And Uncle Bobby was like, no, he would be a huge distraction. Well, I guess Uncle Bobby, everybody go to him for their Powerball picks next week, because he called this one. Yep. Cam did an interview with his dad. And what did he say, Sabrina?
I didn't know it was with his dad, but yeah, he did.
That was his father.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
He did an interview, and his exact words were, I think I would be a distraction. A lot of people view me as a distraction, or assume I would be a distraction because of my, or as he put it, my aura or whatever. And so I'm like, wow, Bobby called that, because I was like, distraction? How he gonna be a distraction? But that's what he said.
I still think it's a perfect storm. I think they didn't think he would be a good fit coming off the bench. I don't think Cam think he's worthy of coming off the bench. I think Matt would have been uneasy with Cam breathing down his neck. Imagine being a rookie and you're given this grand opportunity. He had an opportunity that I've read that Belichick wish he had gave Tom. Because remember, Bledsoe was in, he drafted Tom, but in the preseason, he saw Tom's ability. And I read that he went with Bledsoe because of his experience and that Tom was a rookie.
Right.
We all know what happened. History has shown, and then Brady has had the final nougat on that story. But long story short, they said this time he wasn't willing to make that mistake again.
And Mac Jones had a great game today. He had an excellent game for what it was, you know. Yeah. He ended up losing by a point, I think, but he himself had a respectable game
as for the NFL debut. So I get it, but I can see that perfect storm, him not getting the jab, Matt being uncomfortable, him being a distraction, and also I don't think Cam coming off the bench with nobody.
And it's funny because they asked Cam, would you have been the backup if Belichick had asked? He's like, yeah, I would have.
Of course you can say, yeah, I would have now.
Yeah, but I don't see that.
But Sabrina, I look back over our some old episodes. You and I both were surprised that they even offered him that $14 million.
Oh, yeah.
Like they capped him. We was like, we didn't see that coming because they didn't have a great season, but they capped him. So now he gets to take his 3-point-something million that he was guaranteed. Imagine you not getting picked, but you still walk away with $3.3 million. If you come away with any money, you won.
Yeah, especially that much.
But I don't think he's going to get picked up. I'm sorry. And
a lot of people are saying, well, Fitztragic going down and he should come here. That's what a lot of people are saying.
I said that last week too, but if he's going to be a distraction, I don't think Ron going to be with him no more.
He's already worked with Ron, so I think that ship has sailed. Yeah.
Riverboat Ron ain't going to take that. That's a gamble he's not going to do.
And watch, it's funny we saying this now, and then 2 days later, well, we were wrong.
Oh, God.
We don't know.
I hope not. I would love to have a veteran quarterback behind Fitztragic, but I think the relationship between Cam and Ron won't allow us to get him.
And I like my man. We like our man Heineke. Let's give him.
Yeah, come on, 6-pack. Do this.
So once again, we want to thank all of our new subscribers. So many of you have come along the ride with us today, and we're so glad that you're here. Stick with us. We're going to be recording weekly, talking about all the games and the latest whatever. And if you let us know in the comments if there's something you want to learn more about, don't forget, like Gwen said, go to the playlist tab on our channel. And under the playlist, there's one called Football for Beginners. And it's all of our tutorials that we've done to teach you about the game of football. So don't forget that if you want to learn more. But until next week's show, I'm Sabrina.
And I'm Gwen. Stay blessed, stay safe, love someone. Bye.
Bye.